Good afternoon, preppers. Welcome to Goshen Prepping. Here I have a katana that we use in martial arts, and I want to demonstrate saber rattling. As the armies would line up on one side, they would do a little saber rattling. It was always just a audible threat you could actually hear to let them know, you know what, be careful, or the katana, or in that case, the saber may come out of its sheath. But what we're seeing now, when it comes to specific actions taken by Russia, is far more than just saber rattling. And this first article, yeah, it may actually still be a little saber rattling, but we'll get to more in a second. Russian nuclear submarines deployed off U.S. coast spark alarm. Now, I will tell you firsthand, the U.S. nuclear naval submarine force is second to none, flat out the best in the world. Incredibly stealthy, very quiet, can reach practically anywhere, and can submerge for, well, just a long time. How about that? And even back during the Cold War days, Russia could not keep up with us. Since then, it's been even worse, but they have more submarines coming out. The Russian Navy commands one of the most diverse submarine fleets in the world. Diverse is not necessarily a good description. It simply means some are old, but some are capable of carrying ballistic missiles with nuclear warheads. Yes, it is a strategic deterrent. They've been trying to improve their submarine fleet since the collapse in '91, and they actually do have a series of subs capable of reaching the most high critical targets in the US and Europe. But now, Putin announced the country will be building more nuclear power subs, which will ensure Russia's security for decades to come. And there are indications that nuclear-powered subs have been deploying off the coast of the United States into the Med and elsewhere along Europe. And so during the Cold War, those sub games took place all the time, trying to test each other. But I'll tell you, as far as like our amazingness for our subs, we pretty much know where and when their subs are at any location around the globe. But back to saber rattling, we're well past that now, as a Russian jet clipped one of our drones and sent it crashing into the Black Sea. And here's a footage from the Department of Defense that was released. And this is thanks to and courtesy of Fox News, who put this out. Saber rattling is making noise, doing things to yell, spread propaganda, whatever, to let the enemy know that you're not playing around. This is not saber rattling. This is a direct confrontation. And if you look at the title of this, Russian ships at U.S. drone crash site in Black Sea, they wasted no time in getting there. So not only do they knock our drone out of the sky, but are the first there, of course, they're trying to get the debris and the wreckage, which is not likely, but nevertheless, they want their hands on that very quickly. But even worse, Russian leadership approved aggressive actions of jets that damaged the drone. 3 U.S. officials familiar with the intelligence said that the highest levels of the Kremlin approved the aggression actions of the Russian military fighter jet against the drone over the Black Sea. It was Russia leadership's intention to be aggressive in the intercept. And it's these kind of actions that are exceedingly dangerous, because once you actually start taking down the opponent's jets, even if it's an unmanned drone, it could easily set us into what's called a de facto state of war. War is not declared, but you'll start seeing battles and interceptions and shooting down jets escalate very quickly. This is a very dangerous time. And also, British and German fighter jets intercept Russian plane near Estonia. British and German Air Force fighter jets were scrambled to intercept a Russian aircraft flying close to the Estonian border, amid mounting concerns about the confrontation in the skies near Russia and Ukraine. Things are stepping up, and that's very dangerous. I actually, as I do my research on my articles, I found a top group when they discuss these things as far as think tanks go, think that either one of two things is going to happen when it comes to Russia. Either A, they're going to completely fail at this, Ukraine's going to beat them, and when that happens, Moscow's going to fall and the economy of the Soviet Empire is going to completely collapse, or B, Ukraine falls, and next up is Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, as Russia now pushes further into that NATO territory. Either situation is actually really bad, by the way. Obviously, I think a direct war and confrontation with NATO is not what we want. That's called World War III. But if Russia collapses as far as their economy goes, it can actually send ripple ramifications across the globe, especially in the oil market. If that happens, it could literally collapse the oil market, because Russia puts out a lot of oil, even if it's not coming directly to us, and it could easily send our gas prices to over $10 a gallon. Could you imagine that? All right, so as we keep going through this, as I start seeing more and more news, I'll keep you updated. But definitely an escalation is what we see as far as what Russia's doing, and it's a very dangerous game as far as what they're up to. Thank you for watching.